Okay, guys, how many of you guys watched the game yesterday, the basketball game? Oklahoma City versus Indiana Pacers. I looked at both teams, and both those teams looked really young because they are seems like they literally just got in the lead, the draft pick last year. I have like mixed feelings about it, and I'm wondering, was it all planned? The way the turnout was, because I felt like there were so many teams that could have been in the finals and going all the way up to Game 7. This Oklahoma City and Indiana Pacers, it was not an exciting game. I'm glad that I waited. I've watched just the fourth quarter. I watched 10 minutes of the fourth quarter. Well, beginning of the fourth quarter. Because seeing the replays earlier, it seemed it was boring. And a few plays, especially from Oklahoma City, some of the players traveled. They did not dribble the ball not one time. Certain players seemed like when they made a layup, they didn't even dribble the ball. And I'm like, since when do you take these huge steps, not even dribbling the ball? That was so travel, and that was a travel and a half. I thought usually you can only take 1.5 step. You can get away with 1.5 step, but if you take 2 steps, going on to 2, that's the borderline. But now, they just went 3 steps. I'm like, how many steps does a player take? Does a player have to take for it to be a travel? One of the guys in the bar, they were saying to me, they did more calls in the beginning when it was like preseason and regular season, especially regular season. I said, well, basketball has really, well, the NBA has changed, not only like the players but the rules and what you can get away with. I want to say it's definitely favoritism. So depending on if the ref likes that player, then they'll get away with certain calls. They can do certain things, and it takes the fun out of watching the game. A lot of times it takes the fun out of watching sports because it's gotten so watered down. Like, I'm only talking about basketball, but in football, you can't really celebrate when making a touchdown. Like, it's almost like you have to be robotic, because if you even dance for like 10 seconds, then they call a flag on the play of unsportsmanlike conduct or excessive celebration. I want to say it's the same thing with basketball too. I think so, but I see more in like football, the excessive celebration. Anyhow, so Oklahoma won. I was rooting for Oklahoma. The nostalgia. I wanted to know what Westbrook's thoughts are, since Westbrook left and he didn't have a ring, and one other player was there that doesn't have a ring. I'm not talking about Kevin Durant, because we all know he has the rings. He went to the Warriors and got two to 3 rings. But yeah, it was definitely like a dry game. The game was really dry, and I'm like, if that's the case, I might as well watch the WNBA. And someone was laughing. They're like, yeah, that is true, but you're not going to see any dunks. I'm like, I don't have to see dunks. I like really seeing fundamentals. I like seeing a clean game. But all in all, oh, Reggie Miller was there. I think he went in the tunnel where he was shaking Indiana Pacers, the player's hand, and was like trying to cheer him up. And the only thing I felt like that saved Oklahoma City was the player that's like 7'1" or 7'2". I think that's what saved their butts. But yeah. Wow. Anyhow. Well, let me know what you guys thought of it. Yeah. And I'm out.